Hello everyone, and welcome to a version 8 of The Infected. So it turns out there is definitely a patch coming through. This was posted yesterday. Today's the 12th, so it's yesterday, March 11th. So there's definitely some things being added and a few things that have been fixed. So we're going to go over the AI changes. This one actually has me intrigued. Change. AI will no longer run at players in a straight line all the time. They will now sometimes try to dodge and zigzag to avoid projectiles. So bow and arrow strategy at a straight line isn't going to work. Really excited about that because, yeah, that's going to be fun. So there is new content added. Caves are the thing that has been added. Caves will spawn various objects such as mushrooms and lead ore boulders. There will be 3 caves on the map, 2 smaller ones and 1 very large one with 2 entrances. I have added cave markers on the map as I felt it almost impossible to find them otherwise. These caves are a work in progress and more objects and items will be added to them in time. So just a few images of the cave entrances and the caves themselves. Now here's an image of the actual map where the caves are marked. So we've got down here the larger cave with 2 entrances. We've got over kind of in the southern central part of the map another cave, and the very northwestern part of the map is another one. Now personally, I'd like to see another cave in the northeastern part, so that way everything's kind of balanced out. Because if you built a base over here, well then I'm sorry. You're going to have to do a lot of running. Alright, so they've added mushrooms, which is used to craft medicines to cure infections and poison. Lead ore boulders, which are in the caves that we just discussed. The lead ore, which is obtained by destroying the boulders in caves. So when you find the boulder, hit it with your pickaxe, you're going to get ore. For lead ingots created on forges by melting lead ore, I'm assuming it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Steel alloy is created by combining ore, the lead ore, and iron. It's crafted on the anvil. And for the steel ingots, you need to place that alloy back on the forge and you'll smelt it, which becomes then the steel ingot. So a very heavy process dealing with steel and lead. An image of some mushrooms that you'll be able to find in the caves. And these are steel and lead. So this is what the ore looks like. Wow, that's a big chunk of ore. So yeah, it might be a 1-for-1 ratio, which would make sense, but it doesn't really specify on that. So they've added a lead ingot storage shelf and a steel ingot storage shelf. So they've added a new animal, the raccoon. Raccoons are passive and non-aggressive, but will munch on your food if left outside unprotected on campfires and drying racks. They will provide meat, hide, and bones when harvested. So the standard drop from animals themselves. Doesn't say how much meat. I'm assuming 1 hide and 1 bone, but not much. I don't know how much meat. So here's an image of the raccoon. Excited about this one because it's something that's not going to attack me, and that's good. Alright, so we added a new weapon, the Katana. Katana is added to the weapon rack. New early game melee weapon, crafted with 1 stick and 1 iron ingot at the anvil, or on the anvil. There's an image of the sword and how it looks in the weapon rack. Now the thing with the sword is it's needed to craft, you need to craft on the anvil first. And with the anvil, it's going to take 10 planks and 10 iron ingots. So that's not exactly, I want to say an early game, but you've got processes to do before that. But thankfully you have like 10 days to get stuff up and going before you start getting your hordes and stuff. But I think it's like 6 days for sporadic Vambies to start attacking you. So, but that's really, really cool to see something other than the spear and the bow. Added, steel fence upgrade. The cement fence can now be upgraded into steel. its durability will increase from 400 to 2,500. 4 steel ingots required to upgrade. So there's going to be a lot of trips to the caves for these ingots. But going from 400 to 2,500, that's the defense that's needed right there for successful base defense. So very, very intrigued to see that. And if you've watched my playthrough, I still need to upgrade to the cement. So I definitely got a ways to go on that. But really cool to see that. So they've added a log cart, can now be used to carry stone crates. 2 stone crates can be added to the cart. So really cool with the log cart. Alright, so they've added other additions and changes. So they got cave sounds, a lead spawner, mushroom spawner, so that's all generic. Now here's the thing. The changes to actual items themselves in-game are all dealing mainly with iron going in and being replaced with steel. The first item is the oil extractor. So it's replacing 8 cobalt with 8 cobalt ingots with 6 steel ingots. So the listing for the oil extractor are 20 screws, 6 steel ingots, 16 aluminum ingots, and 6 mechanical parts. The next item is the chemistry table. Added 3 lead ingots to the build recipe. So you have 10 planks, 2 glass, 10 nails, and now the 3 lead ingots. Solar battery has replaced 5 ingots with 5 lead ingots. So that is 5 lead ingots, 4 aluminum ingots, 4 copper ingots, and 5 electrical parts. The wind turbine replaced 4 copper ingots with 5 lead ingots. So you have 4 iron ingots, 10 aluminum ingots, 5 lead ingots, and 4 cobalt ingots. The glass door replaced 2 iron ingots with steel ingots and reduced glass needed from 6 to 4. So we got the 2 steel ingots, 4 glass, and 6 screws. The glass ceiling replaced 3 iron ingots with 2 steel ingots, reduced glass from 12 to 8. So that is 2 steel ingots, 8 glass, and 10 screws. We have the glass wall, replaced 3 iron ingots with 2 steel ingots, reduced glass from 12 to 8. So that's 2 steel ingots, 8 glass, and 10 screws. And last but not least, the glass door frame itself replaced 3 iron ingots with 2 steel ingots, reduced glass from 12 to 6. That's half. That's a ton of glass reduced. That's great. So we have the 2 steel ingots, 6 glass, and 10 screws. Let's see. Now displaying an inventory full message when trying to take planks, and there is no room in your inventory. And adjusted many placeables to be able to be placed on steep slopes. Removed collisions on the Ghost of Spikes so that players can place them freely. Really, really happy to see that, because I had an issue after the Horde and I couldn't place them back. So that right there is an image of the ghost image for spikes, and this is when they're fully built. And as you can see, they are crossing over for a perfect little corner piece. I'm really, really excited about that. I would love to be able to upgrade these to maybe iron spikes with 400 hit points-ish or so. But wooden spikes with 100 hit points is a great start, but definitely needs a little improvement to make it a viable defense. Bug fixes. We are moving, let's see, bug fix. Moving damaged traps would restore its durability to 100%. I wish I knew about that. That would be great. The problem is if you moved it and you had them side by side, let's say you had 3 spikes, you moved the middle one out to repair it, couldn't move it back because there were 2 other spikes in its way, but with this overlapping, yeah, so definitely, I wish I knew about that one, but it takes sticks to repair. It's not that bad. Let's see, bug fix. Unbuilt white ghost wooden gates had collisions enabled, so that they should not have. So it looks like when you had a unbuilt gate, wooden gate, they could get attacked and destroyed, even though they weren't completely fixed. So that might have been pretty cool with defensive purposes. You would place it, didn't have to fully build it, and it would still count as fully built. So I kind of wish I knew about that one too. But ladies and gentlemen, that is version 8 coming out. Really excited about the caves. Let's see, last edited 3/12. If this did help at all, please leave a like down below and subscribe if you have not. And if you have, thank you. Thank you very much. It is very much appreciated. Have a fantastic day, y'all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.